Time for Law and Disorder.
I demand a lawyer.
With attorney Jeff Kaufman on 101.1 WJRR.
And Law and Disorder is brought to you by Kaufman Lynd, featuring Jeff Kaufman, one of the partners who sits across from us right now here in the JR studio.
It's been over a decade, dude.
What?
That he's been doing this show with us.
Yeah. God bless. Just weird looking at you guys every Monday.
Has it been good for you or torturous?
Yeah. No, not torturous.
Okay,
I mean, come on.
All right.
Come on. You guys are great.
I thought of you over the weekend when I was grabbing some or putting Christmas boxes back in the storage, and I saw the Tigger outfit. I almost texted you guys a picture of it, and I was like, I'll let them enjoy their weekend.
Yeah, you know it's Christmas when you see Tigger.
All right, yeah.
Well, that's in the Halloween. There's a Halloween section in there, Christmas,
Time flies.
The junk closet.
Let's help some people. Come on.
Questions have come in at 22526, so see if Jeff can help you out here.
Jeff is a personal injury attorney, so yes, that is his specialty, but he does answer all questions.
All legal questions, no matter how insane they
To
are.
the best of his ability.
Unless they're a book. Try to keep them short, please. 22526. All right. See, like that. I mean, that's a big one, right?
Well, that's why we read the easy ones first.
Okay, here's an easy one that's actually pretty good. My job partners with a major shoe retailer to provide us with work boots. Every pair has caused me multiple foot issues, most recently a stress fracture in my heel. Do I have anything here besides workers' comp?
Well, you have workers' comp, but you also have a possible product liability issue. Product defect could be a couple different other things. But, I mean, if you keep wearing these shoes that your company gives you, unless it's like part of your costume, like it could be like a theme park issue.
It sounds like it is part of the normal attire.
Well, there was, when I worked at entertainment at Disney, they would put you in some things sometimes, and I remember one of the costumes setting on fire while I was in it.
Really?
Yeah, twice, back to back. I was like, are they getting rid of this thing? And no.
Did it happen because it had a fan in it or something?
There are no fans in these costumes. Don't delude yourself. That's the whole myth. Don't they have air conditions in these things? No.
Well, the little kids during Halloween, speaking of Halloween, the ones that are in the big dinosaur. No, you guys.
Well, that's different. That fan keeps it. That's a rubber thing that keeps it inflated.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they
use
did
that NASCAR technology. Get that hose going in there.
It would be great because some of the characters suffer badly.
Hey, back to the shoe thing. So it says they provide them work shoes. You would have to know whether or not they have an option of getting their own work shoes, right? Or are these mandatory? Or is there a different?
There's a lot that goes into that. Yeah,
go get some sensible shoes.
But if they keep putting you in things and they're aware that this is a problem, it might be a little bit above workers' comp. Who knows?
Jeff at whenyouneedus.com. You can get in touch with him directly. Jeff at whenyouneedus.com or pound 546 on your cell. What are you giggling at?
I was just watching. Come on.
He was getting sidetracked with the news like I do. Squirrel! Okay. My friend was in a bad car accident yesterday, but the other driver blamed her while the witnesses said it was the other vehicle. Okay, so witnesses are saying it's the other guy, but the other guy's saying it's his friend. What steps does she take? What steps does she take from here?
Well, first she contacts an attorney. That's the most important thing for her to do so that person can make sure that she'll be able to protect herself. In Florida, they have what they call comparative negligence, which means both sides can get a certain amount of the blame. So it's just going to be a fight on who's able to prove what. Now, make sure you get all your witnesses down, get their addresses, their phone numbers, and everything else, and go after it. But, I mean, a lot of things go into stuff like that.
Hey, Jeff, we were talking earlier about road rage and brake checking.
Yeah.
If you brake check someone and they smash into the back of you, what usually happens in that situation?
There's an assumption when you hit somebody from behind it's your fault, but it's just an assumption. You can prove it's not. You can say, no, he slammed on his brakes. He brake checked me, and that's an argument you can make.
Now, if you were tailgating them in a...
comparative negligence, like I said, part of it's going to be your fault. Part of it will be his fault.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. My job is no longer... Oh, by the way, like Kaufman said for that last one, get in touch with the lawyer. Just email Jeff at whenyouneedus.com. My job is no longer giving me paychecks and now just pays cash when they can. What can I do?
When they can.
Start searching for a new
Here's
job.
the deal. You're owed money. Now, they also are responsible for taking taxes out and things like that. I mean, you need to be very careful when you're taking cash because it looks like this business is no longer handling their payroll properly. So, and if you're owed money, that's a problem too.
Yeah, red flags going up left and right here.
Yeah.
Start job searching.
This is real bad because they might not be putting your taxes away and you're going to owe that money.
Oh, don't get burnt with that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Taco, really need advice from Kaufman on this. But earlier this year, I wrecked my car that I was still making payments on. I had full coverage on the car, but the insurance won't cover me. They say I didn't have comprehensive and collision. Is there anything I can do?
Well, let's hope that the other person has it too. But normally when you buy a new car and stuff like that, buy what they call gap insurance. Gap insurance is key because what happens is that when you drive that car off the lot, it's worth a lot less. And you're only going to get the value of the car, not the value of the loan. So you make sure you buy that when you're buying a new car.
Yeah, that gap insurance. I thought isn't that also to like cover in case you lose your job and it...
I don't know about that.
No.
I'm just tracking the accident.
The gap insurance, how long is that in effect for?
As long as you're paying your insurance.
It'll cover the value of the loan.
Yes, supposedly.
Okay. All right.
If you got the right type.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I had done
There's a lot of insurance people who are listening. They can text in and let us know how long gap exists, but normally it goes with the length of the car.
22526. Again, to get in touch with Jeff, though, it's pound 546 on your cell or directly via email, jeff@whenyounneedus.com. Bought a house brand new.
Brand new.
Oh, yeah, it was a brand new build. Sorry. So bought a house. It was a brand new build. Lived in it for a year and a half. Wasn't what we were shown. When you go to these places and they say, well, this is a plot of land.
You have an opportunity to do the walkthrough. So, I mean, if you walk through and realized it was not a 4x2, but a 3x2 bedroom, that might be on you.
No, this is a new build.
I understand that, but they walk through it, and if it's not the same house, that's not what you contracted for. Remember, before you do the closing, you go, wait a minute, this isn't the house. Now, if you sign something different that says that, that's not applicable, but you need to argue before that closing.
Okay, well, they said lived in it for a year and a half.
Oh, well, then they moved into it.
Wasn't what we were shown. We were going to get, or shown that we were going to get, and they haven't lived up to what we were promised on paper. Contract.
Listen, if you have a contract and they haven't followed through with it, then you have a breach of contract issue. But as far as them showing you a house and you moving into another house, that's kind of weird. That might be on you.
Yeah, it kind of sounds. I mean, wouldn't you, if move-in day and it's like, well, wait a second.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This isn't what you guys showed me.
Now, there are times that these people, we'll take care of that, Well, if they don't take care of it, you're going to have to file quickly or leave some of that money in escrow or something like that.
Okay.
Different days for me, but yeah, that's applicable.
I know what they're talking about, though, because like my in-laws did that, where they were shown, the model home in the neighborhood, and theirs was just a piece of dirt, and then built it from
you don't
there.
move into it. That's the point.
Yeah. Jeff, are there lawyers that specialize in pursuing a pardon or clearing somebody's record?
Yes, of course there is. Most of the time it's criminal defense attorneys. You're talking about getting clemency, getting your case sealed, getting expunged, things like that. Actually, I know a really good criminal defense attorney named Dave Webster who does that kind of work like that.
What's the cost for something like that if it's a minor offense?
It could be bigger, it could be little. It could be a couple thousand, it could be significantly more. For example, if you need clemency, that means you need the governor to forgive you. That's a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah.
What about like if you happen to be peeing in public in downtown Orlando and when you did it,
that's just part of your rep.
No. It's happened to a friend of mine, but
a friend of mine. Quotes and quotations.
Dude, when he was peeing in public,
you seem to know a lot about this.
He was, because I was out with him that night. He was in high school, going into college. That age, just not really.
So public urination or display of sexual organs.
Oh, get ready. Cop taps on his back. He turns around and takes a swing at her. No, takes a swing at her
with one hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because he thought he was wasted.
I'm just playing this out.
Anyway, no.
Hey, scared me.
But now you've got that on your record, is what he's getting.
So he hit a cop, so it's battering a law enforcement officer and display of sexual organs.
So that's going to cost a lot, right, to get off the record?
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit.
Okay. We got to get to this one more because they were
surprised the dexterity of holding and punching. That's
all right.
Could let it go at that point.
Let go of it and jump on it, Taco.
Yeah. I was hired by a company that I really wanted to work for. They sold me all the bells and whistles, but never told me the interview process that they're going to be sold to a different company in 6 months. Is that legal?
Of course it is. You don't have a right to decide how can I say it? You took a job and they sold the business. I mean, that happens all the time. So you have a choice. You could quit, I guess, but they still own the rights to your contract if you have a contract. Mm-hmm. So it really depends on what you signed and everything like that.
All right. If we didn't get to your question, we'll hang on to it for next week. Or, like Taco's been mentioning, you can reach out to Jeff directly anytime you'd like.
Jeff at whenyouneedus.com or pound 546 on your cell, or just text me 22526 and I'll get it to you.
Jeff Kaufman from Kaufman Lynd. We always appreciate your being so generous with your time, helping out the listeners.
I love you guys. What am I supposed to do? I'm stuck here.
Over 10 years. Love it, brother.
All right, we'll see you next
Monday. A decade of love.